Welcome back to our Lions Walk. It just didn't turn out right at Turf Moor, but we're looking at the positives of this season. Many fans are saying it feels like we've got our club back. None of the negative football, and we finally feel like we're moving forwards. We'll get Callum's view on that. Thank you very much for joining us. We're also talking about the legend that is going to become Kramer, and looking forward to the opening fixtures of next season. Who do we want? We're also asking Callum to sum up this season in 3 words if he can, and let's see if you can help him out in the comments. Do that. First of all, massive thank you to you that have watched us. With loads of other great Millwall podcasts out there. This is just 20 minutes of us chatting and going through all the social media takes, so we massively want to say huge thank you for helping us grow. Next season we'll be back in August. Put your notifications on. We'll have new guests throughout the way and new things to talk about. Right, Callum, how gutted are you that it just didn't fall right for Wall this weekend?
Yeah, the nerves were jangling Saturday morning. I thought we started really well. Scored early doors, which was really good and really pleasing to see. Obviously, Mihajlo Ivanovic scored, which was great to see. Yet again, 12 league goals this season for him, which has been a remarkable first season in English football for him, I must admit. And then, 2 minutes later, they go and score. Josh Brown goes and scores. And then you think it's just like one of them, Mill will never do it the easy way. And we're just going back to square one again, where we can't hold on to a league to save our lives in the most important game of the club's history, getting into the playoffs of the Championship. But yeah, no, unfortunately, Burnley were too good on the day. I thought they were phenomenal on Saturday. So, yeah, just a step too far. I think, looking back now, there was a few games that we probably should have got 3 points in. So, but no, it's been a remarkable season overall. I think finishing 8th, which is, I think, the joint highest we finished ever in the league. So, yeah, it's been a brilliant season. Few standout performances throughout the season, but overall very pleased with where we finished the season.
Yeah, we will talk about that Coburn miss in a minute, and there's been obviously a lot of commentary on Coburn. I'll get your views on some of that in a second, and want to get your views in the comments as well as whether it's fair or not. Let's have a look at some more positive stuff first. James says, I'm so proud of you, Millwall. Alex Neil, what an appointment. Worked miracles. No more negative dross. We've suffered under Rowett and Harris. We've got exciting times ahead. Thank you, Alex, and the players for giving us our club back, Mill. And there were several others that basically said, look, we've got to look at this through the positives. Look at how much Middlesbrough have spent. Look how much West Brom, have got in terms of talent, and you finished well above them. I don't think you've overachieved at all. This is a club which has got some of the best young talent, and now one of the division's most astute managers. So I'm excited. Do you agree with that statement? We've got our club back.
Yeah, 100%. I think Alex Neil came in January. The fans didn't know what to expect from him coming in, whether he'd get the club. But do you know what? I think he's come in. He's put a stamp on this team. He's not changed it drastically in the way that where we've gone possession based straight away. He's probably mixed up a little bit of going direct and keeping the ball in positions where normally the squad under Neil Harris and Gary Rowett would probably be too negative, where I think we turned it into a positive bits of play throughout games this season, where we've tried to attack more. I tried to attack teams more rather than sitting back and not attacking as much what we should be on the front foot attacking teams. So I do think he deserves a lot of credit to take us to eighth place, considering at the start of the season we weren't really sure with the squad depth that we normally have, which in previous season we haven't had that squad depth to like you said, like Middlesbrough, Norwich, these teams that are spending big money. But I think it just goes to show that with Alex Neil at the helm, we can now progress further on and try and attack them playoffs next season. I mean, it's definitely a possibility, especially with the summer coming up now. I think we've got some bright youngsters coming through. I think with a great summer transfer window and getting a few players in and moving some players on, I think it will be a very exciting season next season for us.
Okay. Just a quick one. I know George Evans has done well. Do you think Jensen might have saved at least one, maybe two of those shots?
Oh,
Or is that being harsh?
no, I think that might be. It might be. I think it might be a little bit harsh. I think he's been good this year. I'm not going to lie. I think I've been a critic of Jensen's this season. I must admit. He still doesn't fill me with a lot of confidence. But I think with George Evans, you've had a young goalkeeper come in where the first couple of games he came in, it was a bit, on edge a little bit with his kick in, and but I think what, you got to give the kid credit. I mean, he's come in, he's done super well. He's come out for the balls that you would probably not expect Jensen to come out for, and he's been very dominant. I think some of the saves he made against Burnley specifically were phenomenal. So yeah, give him massive credit, but I think he'll probably he might get an opportunity next season. Depends whether I think we'll have to buy a goalkeeper in the summer. That's for sure.
Yeah,
I think with Jensen out until Christmas, and Roberts has had a hip problem recently, so I think we'll definitely have to buy maybe one or two keepers. But I think George Evans has done really well and impressed everyone.
Okay. Let's talk about this Coburn thing. Then I mean, the miss itself is,
horrendous.
What can you say?
Horrendous.
I mean, you'd like to say it happens, but from that distance out, would have put you 2-1 up as well, wouldn't it, at the time?
Yeah.
Heading nearly into half time, I think, as well. Could have changed the whole complexion of the game. But Ben says leave Coburn there. As for the rest of them, what a performance and what a season that was going their way. Billy says anyone caught backing up Coburn can just F off. I'll get your view on that in a minute. Leon says, reminder to those of you slagging Coburn off, his goals are the main reason that we were in with a chance of the playoffs today anyway. Leon says, why are fans saying Coburn's the reason we came so far? I think you'll find that was Ivanovic who got us here. Coburn's a nuisance for defenders, but unless he adds goals to his game, he can hardly say he's been our main threat. Aziz and Mia have been the main outlets. Right. Where do you stand on this divisive debate?
Yeah, I think, I was looking on Twitter on Saturday, and after that miss, there was a lot of fans, giving him some grief, I must admit.
Yeah, it wasn't very nice some of it either, was it?
It wasn't very. Yeah, I think people are being a bit too harsh on him. I think it is probably the miss of the season. 4 yards out and he's hit the post. It's a horror of a miss, and that could have changed the complexion of the game. I mean, going 2-1 up, Burnley might have still came back. Who knows? But I think I've liked Coburn this season. I think he's done well. He's given us a different option. I think he's probably Ivanovic has been our top striker. He's probably the number one on the team sheet at the moment. I think Coburn's better than Langstaff, in my opinion. And apart from that, I don't think we've had many options up front apart from Ivanovic or Coburn. I think Langstaff's not really done a lot this season for me. I think that he might leave this summer, if I'm being truthfully honest. But yeah, I think Coburn's done really well. I think some fans, obviously, because it's a terrible miss and it could have, won us the game. I think maybe some fans are getting a little bit too over the top with some comments. But my stance is I've really liked him. I've really enjoyed him. I think he's a nuisance up front. And he could have scored more goals, in my opinion, this season. But I think he's done very well this season, for me personally.
All right. Well said. So about Kramer then for a second. I mean, he's been immense, hasn't he? I love this from CBL. He's a Millwall Maldini. Looking forward to seeing him next season. Welcome to Lions family. Best club in the world. See you next season, big man. Yeah. Can you summarise just what an impact? I mean, I think actually one of the reasons that you are where you are is because of this guy. We can see in the picture there.
Yeah, he's been unbelievable. I mean, he came in January. We were struggling with injuries towards Christmas. Leonard obviously got injured throughout that period, and he came in at right back. And I remember one of the first games he played was Luton away at Kenilworth Road, and he got man of the match, and he played right back. So for a trademark centre back to be playing out of position, right back this season for the last 6 months. I think he's done a phenomenal job for the team. I think he's been gritty, determined to prove himself at this level. And do you know what? I think he has to be he has to be a starter next season. Whether Tanganga stays or not is another question. But I think if Tanganga does go in the summer, I think he will be him and Cooper will be the starting two. But if Tanganga stays, then I would like to see. Some people might not like this, but I wouldn't mind seeing Kramer and Tanganga in a back four together, which would be a good shout, I think. But Cooper is obviously the captain, but I think it gives you a bit of balance with the left-sided centre back being left-footed. But no, he's been phenomenal this season, Mark. I can't complain with him. He's been absolutely phenomenal, really has.
Okay. Right, we are nearly done. Once again, just a massive thank you to all of you that have supported us this season. Obviously, massive thank you to Charlie as well, and to yourself, Callum. You've just been phenomenal. It's not been an easy season to discuss. We've had some controversies, especially that Crystal Palace game, to talk through some sensitive issues. But you've done it really, really professionally. So thank you so much. Right, first of all, who do you want to go up in the playoffs now that you missed out? Is there any particular team you want to see thrive?
I would like to see someone different go up. But normally, I'd say probably like Sheffield United. But I think with how Coventry, I must admit, I think with Frank Lampard going in and taking them from, I think it was 18th or 17th to the playoffs, I think it's been a remarkable achievement for Frank Lampard and his staff, and obviously Joe Edwards, who obviously used to be at Millwall as well. But I'd like to see Coventry go. I think they've done really well this year, so I'd go Coventry this year.
You must be the only Millwall fan who wants to see Frank Lampard be promoted. Wow.
Yeah,
I did not expect that. Okay. In terms of
different.
Okay, fair enough. And then coming up the other way, we've got Leyton Orient and Charlton potentially heading here. Which one of those would you prefer to see? Presumably, you want another London-based club.
Yeah, no, for me, definitely Charlton, 100%, without a doubt. I mean, most Millwall fans would agree with me. When Charlton come up, it's always a 6-pointer for us. So bring on the Addicts up to the Championship, so we can get another home and away win for Millwall. So yes, okay. Charlton for me.
And then presumably your opening fixture of the season would be Charlton at home, would it? I'd imagine.
Yeah, Charlton at home, or I'd like us to have one of the Premier League relegating teams on the first weekend. Would be nice.
Okay. Fair news. Finally, then, 3 words to sum up this season, if you can, or 3 short phrases.
Chaotic, drama.
Oh, we're losing your audio now. Just at the crucial bit.
Yeah, sorry. Chaotic, forming for the future.
We'll take that.
And I'd probably say just drama.
Yeah. Lots of that around. Right. Cheers, Callum. I tell you what, because you've worked so hard, we'll give you two and a bit months off if that's all right. We'll see you again. We'll see you again in August. Put your notifications on. If there's big news that happens on the Millwall, we'll have some commentary on it. Charlie and Callum will give their views on it. So stick your notifications on for our shorts over the summer. But go and have yourselves a decent rest. I think as a Millwall fan, you must be absolutely exhausted with the yo-yo-ness of the last couple of months. Thank you very much for watching. Massively appreciate your support again. We'll see you in the last week of July as the season kicks off on the 3rd of August. Catch you then.